What good is sitting alone in your room? Come hear the music play. Life is a cabaret, oh chum. Come to the cabaret. Put down the knitting, the books and the broom. Time for a holiday. Life is a cabaret, oh chum. So come to the cabaret. Come taste the wine. Come hear the band. Come blow your horn. Start celebrating right this way. Your table's waiting. What good's committing some prophet of doom to while every smile away? Life is a cabaret, oh chum. Come to the cabaret. I used to have a girlfriend known as Elsie. We shared some very sordid rooms in Chelsea. She wasn't what you'd call a blushing flower. As a matter of fact, she rented by the hour. When Elsie died, the neighbors came to snicker. That's what you get from too much pills and liquor. But when I saw her laid out like a queen, she was the happiest corpse I'd ever seen. I think of Elsie to this very day. I remember how she turned to me and said, "What good is sitting alone in your room? Come, hear the music play. Come on, come on. Life is a cabaret, oh chum. So come to the cabaret. And as for me, I made my mind up back in Chelsea. When I go, I'm going like Elsie. Start by admitting from cradle to tomb isn't the longest day. Life is a cabaret, oh chum. Only a cabaret, oh chum. So come to the cabaret. My friends, thank you so much. Thank you so much. We have Master Criss Cross, and we have Sarah Hernandez. Thank you, my friends. And we have Master Date, sir. Master Ian Date. Thank you so much, my friends. He has a good tale to tell. Now, my friends, welcome. Welcome to the best cabaret in town. Oh, yes. My friends, I am Ms. Cheezy Bojangles. You can call me Cheezy. Ooh. What fun. Now, my friends, I hope everybody has turned off their telephone devices. We don't want any telephone devices going off in the middle of the show. Also, if there is an emergency, what fun. An emergency, let's hope there's an emergency. Make sure you know where your exit doors are. There's one there, and there. And don't forget to take Ms. Cheezy with you if you go. My friends. Now, this evening, I had hoped to perform for you the most daring, death-defying trapeze act that involved 5 high wires, 3 fire rings, 2 elephants, a giraffe, and Ms. Charlotte. Oh, yes. But unfortunately, I cannot perform my act because Ms. Charlotte has gone missing. Yes. She was last seen scurrying towards the kitchen. Yes, my friends, quel disaster. However, we have a wonderful lineup for you this evening, and kicking us off is the most wonderful, sumptuous, sexy, some other word with an S, please. Anybody? Scintillating, rude Jude, yeah!
Hello, everybody. Well, I'm Rude Judes, and I'm here to stir things up a bit tonight. So thank you, Cheezy, for that lovely introduction. Now, sometimes, oh, by the way, I should have warned you, if you are of a nervous or delicate disposition, just cover your ears now, okay? Just warning you, because I'm called Rude Judes for a reason. And can you all hear me clearly? Yeah. Down the back, yes? Yeah. Okay, well, sometimes speed bodes well. This poem is When It Doesn't, and it's a very short one, and you'll realize why. Whoops. Thank you, my darling. Ooh, that's pretty high. And can you hear me better? Okay, so going back to speed bodes well, this is going to be a very short one, and it's called Too Quick for Me. A premature ejaculator. I wish I'd bought a generator, for batteries would have never lasted long enough to get me blasted. And physically, he couldn't get me to that higher plane of happy. So please send me a real man who doesn't need a blueprint plan, but understands my body's needs and keeps it up till he's done the deed. Doesn't land on me so I can't breathe, and when I've come, he takes his leave. Thank you. So, talking about things brief, short, quick, makes me think of size, and years ago I was dumped for somebody that had bigger boobs than me. I know it's hard to imagine, it's hard to believe, but it happened. But it inspired the next one, which is all about being dumped for somebody with bigger boobs. And it's called Size Does Matter. As Doris Day, in her most innocent way, would say, "Que sera, sera," but whatever would be was lost in her double D's. The sera was in her bra. Unlike my humor and wit, hers was in her tits. Where my sternum bone once seemed like home was a deserted plain. Unlike her valley of no return, where he is trapped, my helpless chap, in her treasure chest of humongous breasts. And what of implants? Would that get his pants off for me? If I too were a double D, breast plump with soya oil, uterus with a metal coil. In his land of Oz, I would be perfect because I could be his tin woman with conical bosoms. Oh, Madonna, step aside. But, was he always so snide, so false, so insincere? And I was with him for 4 years. He said boobs didn't matter, and I succumbed to all his flattery, that my charm and vigor were better than a figure. Why, did he think I was fat? Everywhere but the flat of my prairie land nipples. Oh, get me another tipple, for he's left me insecure. But, wasn't he premature? 6 months have now gone, and my life has moved on, and I feel like the Cheshire Cat. with his permanent grin to cover my sins. For I've met another fella, and he really is much better. In his soul and in his mind, we are two of a kind. He makes me laugh a lot, spends his money on me till I drop. And we never disagree. But then why would we when he's hung like a donkey? Thank you. It's probably very important at this stage to say, I love men, I'm not a man-hater, but there just seems to be a bit of a theme tonight about exes. You'll probably understand what I'm talking about. Now, the next one is all about the Irish mammy. Now, I'm not talking about that cute, cuddly little baking Irish mammy you see in all the Hollywood films. I'm talking about the Irish mammy, and no boy or girl is good enough for their son or daughter. Oh yeah, you know what I'm talking about, and half of you are probably sitting here tonight, so just beware. So this one, yeah, about another ex, and it's called An Irish Mammy's Call. It's the Madonna whore complex. I told my ex, when you think your mam's the virgin and your girlfriend's just for sex, he'd enter mummy's house and she'd give him cake and tea. He'd enter my body and sleep all night with me. If mammy's knees were chaffed, 'twas some prayers and catechism, but my knees were chaffed from the doggy position. She'd smile at me sweetly, but her remarks were curt and cruel, and the ex always defended her as if I was the fool. And she was a helpless widow for 7 years or more, and played that card so often to all she was a bore. And every DIY job she'd demand for his assistance. I had to book a handyman and then pay the remittance. When on a social outing with friends, he'd take her call and listen to her wail about the colour of her walls. So many times he'd turn up late or cancel seeing me, 'cause mammy had a headache, piles, felt sick or had to pee. When he spent time with me, his life was full and zealous, but then he'd go back home to mammy who was old and jealous. You'd think a mother would be pleased to see her son content, but not his mam who viewed me as something the devil sent. At 45, I felt that it was time he stopped breastfeeding. But the Irish mammy's call, 'tis the only one he's heeding. Thank you. So, okay, only 2 to go, so. And thank you. So the next one is called the Burlesque Blues. But you're okay, you're safe. I'm keeping my clothes on, okay? Clarified? But I was inspired. I've done poems at a few burlesque events, and they're such incredible performers. I mean, it's an art form. They're beautiful. Anyway, it enticed me to write about it, so we'll call this one the Burlesque Blues, because that's actually what I call it, so we will call it that one. Anyway, the Burlesque Blues. I went to my second burlesque event and stared in awe. Were those goddesses sent in fishnets and heels that could reach the sky? Some legs were plump, some tattooed at their thighs, breasts that were moulded all perfectly pert, tassels on nipples standing quite alert, corseted waists in diamonds and feathers. Nothing was tacky, no thongs of leather. Strings of pearls hung over bodies of lace, hair perfectly coffered, not one out of place. Long lashes so thick that framed darkened eyes, the reddest of lips mouthing a surprise. They danced and they posed in confident ease. They never bared all, but tastefully teased. The audience shared their appreciation, oohing at every graceful gyration. So, caught up in the moment, I bought pink tassels, but putting them on was a major hassle. Double-sided tape, glue, or a Pritt stick? Keeping them there must be a magic trick. In front of my mirror, I practiced and pranced to make those things twirly in our sexy dance. But after a while, my neck was in pain, my boobs were flopping, and I looked insane. So then I tried wriggling my ample behind, but pulled my back, making me loudly whine. And whilst doing that, my swaying belly resembled a plate of wobbling jelly. I tried kicking my legs and doing the splits, but fell over landing right on my tits. An investment in seamed fishnet stockings from every angle looked really shocking. I lined my lips dark and started to pout, but that made me look like a gasping trout. That president who proclaimed, "Yes, you can," well, he never tried to dance the can-can. The tassels are now in my bottom drawer. My G-string and dreams on my bedroom floor. Thank you. And that leads me on to the last one of this set here now. And considering the last 2 years and everything, the world has been totally crazy, and we all thought we'd run out of food, and we thought this is the end of the world, and everybody was mad. And now it really feels like it is. But this inspired the apocalyptic bang. We were chatting at the dinner table, 4 girls slurping a vineyard of wine. The end of the world became topic, as it does with us from time to time. Suddenly, all philosophizing stopped. No wasting time anymore saving Earth, so drink lots more wine, fill up with carbs. Who cares about expanding girths? And as one thought led to another, where we'd all prefer to be, or what we'd like to be doing in our last few minutes being free. Would you believe the most popular hope as we listed our wills and desires was that we'd be under some bloke whilst waiting for brimstone and fire? Well, I mean, there's nothing more practical to do, because at that stage, we'd have finished praying. If it's the last time our bodies would move, then we'd rather have arms and legs flaying. So, if somebody presses that button, or an asteroid's plummeting fast, scream loudly, "Here comes the apocalypse!" and enjoy that big bang. It's your last.
Wonderful and quite tall. Yes, Miss Rude Jude, thank you so much, my friend. You are wonderful. Okay, let's just leave it. Now, my friends, I'm going to introduce back on stage the wonderful virtuoso, Master Ian Date! Yes!
There is a rush. I've only got so many heartbeats left and I can't waste one. Carry on! James has been a butler for Mr. B for 50 years, come August 3. And this is the story of his master's tragedy. Now, Master's best friend was a Mr. K, and James didn't like him from the very first day. He knew his type and the games they play. Games they play. That night, James set dinner for 2 as usual, and the air felt as heavy as lead. Master came down and there were tears in his eyes, and these were the words he said. Dinner for one, please, James. Madam will not be dining. Oh, don't forget to bring the wine. Love plays such funny games. Dinner for one, please, James. Close Madam's rooms, we've parted. Don't look so downhearted. Love plays such funny games. Though my best friend told her of another, I had no chance to reply, and though you know there's never been another, someday she'll find out the lie. She's not to blame, but gone are those happy hours. No, don't move her favorite flower. Dinner for one, please, Jane. Though my best friend told her of another, I had no chance to reply. Though you know there's never been another, someday she'll find out the lie. Maybe she's not to blame, but gone are those happy hours. No, don't move her favorite flowers. Dinner for one, please, Jane. A tale of tragedy, a drawing room story of manners and love gone wrong. On the same theme, but with a little bit more magic. Hang on, I've got to get this right. This is, there's a little bit of audience participation required in this one as well. And what I'll do is I'll give you the look, and the look will be something like this, because it's hard with the guitar, but I'll go like, and then you have to sing back at me what I sing at you. Well, if you could call what I do singing, but just respond. And if when we get to the last, the second date, just before we go into bridge, if you could split into 4-part harmony there, that'd be really nice. That'd be effective. No, that'd go well, and that'd go really well. Now, if you're good at this whole singing along, I've got some big band charts out in the car that we can sight sing in the second set. Okay, so don't get nervous, okay. I'll play 8 bars and then I'll start, because I have to remind myself. The gypsy. She could look at the future and wipe away all your tears. All your tears. Yeah. Everything will go right if we only believe the gypsy. She could tell at a glance that my heart was so full of fears. Ooh. Well, she looked in my hand and told me my love was always true. But in my heart I knew, dear, somebody else was king you. But I'll go there again, 'cause I want to believe the gypsy. That my lover is true and will come back to me someday. Some lucky day. Pretty good, huh? Well, she looked in my hand and told me my lover was always true. But in my heart I knew, dear, somebody else was kissing you. But I'll go there again, 'cause I want to believe the gypsy. That my lover is true. Big 4-part coming up, and will come back to me someday. I was going through a list before. The 5 most important men in an Irish, because usually they're men in these jobs, the 5 most important men in an Irish woman's life. Do you want to know what they are? It's the doctor, the dentist, the delivery man, the interior decorator, and the bank manager. Now, do you know why? Because the doctor says, take your clothes off. The dentist says, open wide. The delivery man asks if you'd like it in the front or the back. The interior decorator says, it's up now, how do you like it? And the bank manager says, if you take it out now, you'll lose interest. Okay, I'm going to do, I know it was good, wasn't it? That was funny. I thought that was funny. I got a million of them. I've got so many, but I'm not sure how disgusting I should get. I could veer off into... Is anybody here... Have we got any Islamists here? Is there anybody here that's a... Is there anybody here that's a Muslim? Is there any Muslims here?
Yeah.
Can we start... Who's that? Can we start telling religious jokes now? You know... No, I have to. I have to. You know, I was so... you said I could do anything, so watch out. I asked you, and you said, can't stop now. They want to know. Do you want to hear it? Yeah, you want to hear it. Don't worry, it's not that bad. So, some years ago, I was interested in finding more about Islam. I wanted to know more. And I went down to the local mosque and I said to the imam there, I'd really like to know about Islam and learn more about it, because it's in the news a lot. And I was wondering if you have a Quran. And he said, well, I'm sorry, sir, they're all gone. They're all handed out, they're all gone. He said, I've got one copy left and it's on a DVD. And I said, oh, that's fine. Can you burn me a copy? And that's when the trouble started. That's when it went bad, ladies and gentlemen. Ooh, close to the boat, close to the boat. Now we'll move on to Catholicism. No, I'm just kidding. Okay, now it's time. There's got one more for my little section here. And I'll be back to do something completely serious in the second half. But now I'd like to do a rap song from the 1930s. And this is written by Fats Waller, and it concerns, very topical, concerns issues of crime. Okay, so, no, once again, there's a little bit of, it's not as hard as the last one, but there is a little bit of audience participation required in this too. And it could get complicated in the middle. I'm just telling you this because I need you to keep up. We've got a lot to get through. If I just did it without telling you, you wouldn't know what's happening. Okay, stick with me. We've got a lot to get through. So here we go. 1935. Last night or the night before, 24 robbers came to my door. Opened the door, I let one in. I hit him in the head with a bottle of gin. Well, I just can't understand. 24 robbers fight one man. One of them took silverware. It wasn't very good, so I really don't care. I'm gonna warn you. Tell you what to do. I'm gonna warn you. Well, the robber man might come back again. I can't sleep anymore. I got a big chair right by the front door. Got a shotgun, put it there. I get those robbers out of my head. I'll play a while. Well, last night or the night before, 24 robbers came to my door. Opened the door, I let one in, hit him in the head with a bottle of gin. Ah! Ow! I just can't understand. 24 robbers fight one man. One of them took silverware. It wasn't very good, so I really don't care. I'm gonna warn you. Tell you what to do. I'm gonna warn you. Well, the robber man might come back again. I can't sleep anymore. I got a big chair right by the front door. Got a shotgun, put it there. I get those robbers out of my hand. Thank you very much. Thank you very much. Thank you very much. What do you got, Cheezy?
Cheezy Bojangles. Oh, yes. Shall we do a number together, Master D? If I can move my microphone. Thank you, sir. Yes, wonderful. That is wonderful, sir. Handsome man. Thank you. Okay. Always good to be in tune. Yeah. Oh no, let's not do that. Okay, wonderful. Shall we sing about love? L is for the way you look at me. O is for the only one I see. V is very, very extraordinary. E is even more than anyone that you adore, and love is all that I can give to you. Love is more than just a game for two. Two in love can make it. Take my heart, please don't break it. Love was made for me and you. L is for the way you look at me. O is for the only one I see. V is very, very extraordinary. E is even more than anyone that you adore, and love is all that I can give to you. Love is more than just a game for two. Two in love can make it. Take my heart, please don't break it. Love was made for me and you. Take it away, Mr. Date. Come on, I know you can. Ooh, that was high. Go Cheezy. Yeah. Oh, yes, don't you love it? L is for the way you look at me. O is for the only one I see. D is a very, very extraordinary. E is even more than anyone that you adore. Love is all that I can give to you. Love is more than just a game for two. Two in love can make it. Take my heart, please don't break it. Love was made for me and you. Pop-a-doo, pop-a-doo. Love was made for me and you. What fun! What fun! My friends, would you allow me one more song? Considering the day that was in it today, I feel this is a good song, and please, my friends, sing along, sing along. Summertime, and the living is easy. Fish are jumping, the cotton is high. Your daddy's rich, yeah, I know he is. And your mama's good looking. Look at her, how good looking she is. So hush, little baby, don't you cry. One of these mornings you're gonna rise up singing. Yeah! You're gonna spread your wings. Woo! And reach for the sky. Until that morning. Yeah, lovely ladies, sing along. Nothing can harm you. With Mama and Papa standing by. The cotton is high. Summertime and the living is easy. Yeah, fish are jumping, jumping, and the cotton is high. Yeah, it's real high. Your daddy's rich, and your mama's good looking. So hush, little baby, don't you cry. Don't you cry. No. Thank you, my friends. Master Ian Date. You are wonderful, darling. Wonderful. And did you not think it was very impressive? The way I did that bow and my hat didn't fall off. You see? How wonderful is that? Thank you, Master Date. We will have more from Master Date in the second half. But now, I have a surprise for you, my friends. Oh, yes. All the way from San Sebastian in the Basque country in Spain. Spain! Yes, my friends. All the way we have the Txalaparta players. Or the players who play the Txalaparta. Or something like this. I will let them explain it to you themselves. They are absolutely wonderful. As they will... Yes, come on, round of applause. Yes, 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 come on. Txalaparta players. My friends, would you like a microphone? A microphone? Would you take a microphone?
Cheers. Well, we just want to thank you to all the people that you've been organizing the festival. Thank you very much for inviting us. And especially to you, Belinda, for opening your house to us and taking care of us every day. Thank you very much. He is John, Itsaso, and Irati. And to bring this instrument that it comes from the Basque Country, we just brought that one. So we had a problem. Yeah, 20 kilos on the airplane. So we had a wee problem. We didn't have the second one, so we had to build this one. And we want to thank all the people from the garden, community garden, because they help us to build this, and to everyone who has been helping us every day on the streets or with materials, or yeah, thank you very much. Yeah, now, Itsaso, you want to explain something?
This instrument, Txalaparta, is related to cider making. So in the fields, farmers used to gather together and smash the apples, and they needed to do it with rhyme because it was a hard work. So they went with big sticks, like, okay, and from a hard work, it started, the rhythm helped them do the job in a better way. So it's from work, art has come from work and making work funner and making life better. So that's the work you're doing. The Arts Festival is also using art and enjoying art to make a better world. So they started to use the sticks and all woods, first with one single log, then 2 logs, then in the 60s they started with 4 logs, and then the instrument has evolved and there are different ways to do it. So we're gonna make a little presentation of different ways of playing it and enjoying it. So we're gonna do three goes, and the first one is the logs from Midleton Community Garden, and we hope you enjoy it. So let's go. So I won't repeat anything what I've just said. This is the most modern way of playing it, and it's more musical. And we brought we would like you to guess what we're playing. Maybe it sounds familiar. Hopefully it sounds familiar. And if not, doesn't matter. So last play and enjoy it.
There we are, darling.
Thank you, Master Cross. Oh, my friends, wasn't that wonderful? A big round of applause, please, for the Txalaparta players all the way from Spain. Yes, indeed. Okay, my friends, we are nearing the interval. I would also like to point out that this wonderful video playing in the background is by Ms. Belinda Walsh of the Midleton Arts Festival. How wonderful is it? Belinda has done this for us for tonight for our cabaret, and it will play throughout the interval, so don't worry, you will get another chance to see it, because I did spy that you were all looking at the Txalaparta players. So, have a look on the screen for the interval. But first, welcome back for just one more poem, is Rude Judes! Hello.
You're not fed up with me yet?
No!
You will be. Can you hear me clearly?
Yes.
Okay. Like I care. Okay, well, I didn't mean that. As we are approaching the interval, intermission, or break, I know that a lot of you will be heading straight to the loo. That way, okay?
No, the students that way.
Oh, they're going that way to go that way. tell you to go anyway. If you want to go to the loo, that away. And that inspired my next poem, which is called Splash and Dash. And it's all about being dying to go to the toilet, and we know what that's like. So, Splash and Dash. You may think I'm taking the piss here, as this tale's about urination. But when you're out with no loo about, there's a total sense of frustration. And when you find the ladies' room, there's only about 4 cubicles. The queue is always 3 hours long. To us girls, it's our crucible. To squat between cars or a laneway, or hide behind greenery roadside. You pray there are no stinging nettles, and no one sees your pale backside. Or maybe you'll hold it in longer for the chance of a proper loose seat until you're cross-legged from clinching and jigging about on your feet. The need to squat and let it flow has taken over. I start to fret. Every watery sound I hear creates more pain and makes me sweat. Searching for pubs, a garage or shop. Where is the ladies' room, I beg? My legs are tighter from squeezing and I'm practically on one leg. I'm now fighting with my zipper. It's caught, so I'm ready to roar. So pull it until it undoes and my trousers fall to the floor. This sense of relief's overwhelming as I hum the river with glee. Nothing can beat that tinkling feet of a porcelain bowl for a wee. And what do our male counterparts do when a trip to the loo is a need? They walk in the door, pee on the floor, and never a cue to recede. But what about the urinal? I mean, it's a curve from the wall, so surely a lot of men miss it when from them there's a waterfall. On a night with their mates, if caught out, they never get panicked or tense, but stand in front of the nearest wall, tree, truck, shop front, or wire fence. Now, the last place I can't understand, peeing into a wire fence. You know we can see your shower, so it really doesn't make sense. And all of this outdoor peeing, in daylight you need to refrain. It's a sight that leaves us girls shrieking when we see what you've managed to stain. So let's all respect one another when we're wiggling, needing that slash. Let's not take the piss at this remiss, but show where they can splash and dash. That way.
And now, my friends, there will be a short interval, and I mean short. 10 minutes to have that quick pee or a little cigarette. There are no vices in the cabaret. See you later, my friends. Okay, my friend, settle down, settle down. Do you love my costume change? Oh, I love it, but I had a bit of a disaster, I'm afraid. Oh, yes, you see, when I was putting on my corset, I lost my nails. I do, however, have one left, so I left it on. Why wouldn't you? What is happening with the band? All right, Master Date. Have we got sound? Yes, wonderful. Never know how much I love you. Never know how much I care. When you put your arms around me, I get a fever that's so hard to bear. You give me fever when you kiss me, fever when you hold me tight. Fever in the morning, fever all through the night. Sun lights up the daytime, moon lights up the night. I light up when you call my name, 'cause I know you're gonna treat me right. You give me fever in the morning, fever all through the night. Fever with your kisses, fever when you hold me tight. Everybody loves the fever. That is one thing we all know. Fever isn't such a good thing. Fever happened long ago. It's not a new thing, my friends. Romeo loved Juliet. Juliet, she felt the same. When he put his arms around her, he said, Julie, baby, light my flame. You give me fever when we kiss it. Fever with your flaming youth. Fever, I'm on fire. Fever, let me burn forsooth. Captain Smith loved Pocahontas. They had a very long affair. When her daddy tried to kill him, she said, Daddy, don't you dare. He gives me fever in the morning, fever when he holds me tight. Fever with a warning, fever all through the night. Now you've listened to my story. There is one point I have made. Chicks are born to give you fever, be it Fahrenheit or centigrade. They'll give you fever if you let them. Fever if you live and learn. Fever make you sizzle. What a lovely way to burn. What a lovely way to burn. What a lovely way to my friends, and thanks to the wonderful Sarah Hernandez. Oh, Sarah, you give me fever. Now I am going to hand it over to Master Date. That's Date with a D. And Master Criss. Okay, take it away, Ian and Criss. Master Date, you're on your own, my friend. He got fever, Master Criss.
Time for something gentle. You know, sometimes I just feel like, as they say in Australia, a cup of tea, a Bex, and a good lie down. Well, I just want to be horizontal. Sleep for a year or 3 or maybe more. I just want to be horizontal. When I walk through the door, I disconnect the phone in the parlor. Go throw away the key and go to bed. I just want to be horizontal with a pillow under my head. I've done a lot of hiking, never to my liking. I left it all behind. Though you think I'm lazy, it may seem crazy. I've just got one thing on my mind. Well, I just want to be horizontal. Sleep for a year or 3 or maybe more. Well, I just want to be horizontal. When I walk through the door. I've done a lot of hiking, never to my liking. I left it all behind. Though it may seem crazy, you think I'm lazy, baby. I just got one thing on my mind. Well, I just want to be horizontal. Sleep until the sea starts running dry. I just want to be horizontal and let the world go by. That's right. And let the world go by When my grandfather died a few years ago, and he was 111 years old when he died, and he was the oldest man in Australia when he died. It was in the news. Some people had seen him on the internet because he was knitting little woolen suits for penguins that had been damaged by oil. And that was his kind of claim to fame towards the end of his life. And he lived such a long time, and he used to tell me tales of old Sydney town. He came to Ireland in the 60s. He showed me some like little 8mm film of down in West Cork and over near Dingle and Kerry. These little colour films of, you know, people with horse and carts and, you know, caps wearing brown things. Like, it was way back then, you know. And he had all this little colour film of all that. He retired the year I went to kindergarten. And anyway, he had a long and varied history. But there's a couple of things about Grandad that gave us some difficulty. And one of the things was, well, for a time in his life, he was a flasher. I'm sorry to say. Like, he'd do that, you know, he'd do that, you know, like he'd go out in public and he'd... And we said to him, look, Grandad, you can't do that. You please, do not do that. You've got to stop. And finally, he said, look, okay, I'll quit, but I just want to do it one more time. And he said, no, you don't have to do it one more time. He said, no, one more time. So anyway, he ended up going down to the local church flower show, and he ran through going like this, and he won Best Dried Arrangement. Dear old Grandad. Ah, what a fella. So... one day there'll be no more old folk. What a sorry old world it'll be. Children's voices that play will be still for a day. The day. I've got to remember the words. I'll play it for a while, I remember. About Grandad where I was going to insult him at the end and everything, so I'll do something else. I'll just play a while. Would you please make welcome the delightful Sarah Hernandez? Sarah Hernandez. Isley Disley. Bring it on.
Now we'll get the show on the road. There was some mention of Australia and... Was that you still going? Me? Oh. Oh, wait. This is, of course... Must plug in. Okay. Let's do it. Yes, talk about it. One moment, I'm attached.
Do you need Cheezy to come to the rescue?
Cheezy time. Are you all having a wonderful time? Wasn't that so gorgeous? I don't need that. I just thought I'd try it. So, I have a piece here that I composed myself. And I composed it in a deep and dark thunderstorm. It's called Solace in Darkness. Am I loud enough? Am I there? That's it. Thank you very much. Thank you. Please welcome Master.
Is it time for satay? Peanut satay? Eric, peanut satay. Is that right? Sati.
So in the day, when the Chat Noir was first appeared, Eric Satie would play piano, and he accompanied all the singers and composed lots of music for Cabaret, and he's a beautiful French composer. And he wrote this one, which is called Je t'ai vu, or the Je t'ai vu. And in French, it means so many things. It means, I fancy you, I need you, I want you, I have to have you, I would have you, I must have you.
So, nothing would be complete, no night of music would be complete without some blues. So we're going to get Ilse to play a boogie woogie, a piano boogie woogie on the cello. Just because, well, why not? Criss and Cross there. Ladies and gentlemen, we got time for one more. One more. And we're gonna get the old Cheezy Bojangles up here to come and help us out with this one. We've enjoyed playing for you this. Come on!
That was wonderful, wasn't that wonderful? Oh, yes, come on, one more round of applause for Master Day to Master Cross, Criss Cross. And so as not to be upstage, Cheezy has won a red feather. Oh, yes, look. Isn't it wonderful? minute you walked in the joint, I could see you were a man of distinction, a real big spender, good looking and so refined. Now wouldn't you like to know what's going on in my mind? Let me get right to the point. I don't pop my cork for every man I see. Hey, big spender, spend a little time with me. Would you like to have fun, fun, fun? How's about a few laughs, laughs, laughs? Let me show you a good time. Would you like to have a good time? You look like a big spender to me, son. Would you like to spend some time with Cheezy? Oh yeah, Cheezy knows the big spenders. How about you, sir? You're a handsome devil, aren't you? Would you like to spend some time with Cheezy? Oh, is this beautiful woman? Oh yes, Cheezy has no gender preference. The minute you walked in the joint, I could see you were a man of distinction, a real big spender, good looking and so refined. Now wouldn't you like to know what's going on in my mind? Let me get right to the point. I don't pop my cork for every gal I see. Hey, big spender, spend a little time with Cheezy. Spend a little time with me. Did I hear encore? We have time for one more. Oh, Master Date has something to say. One more? Shall we have a quickie? A quickie? Let's do a quickie, sir. Excellent. Everybody loves a quickie. All right. My friends, I would like all the performers to come back on stage, please. Sarah Hernandez. My friends from the Txalaparta band, would you like to join us on the stage? Oh, come on, it's a party. It's a cabaret. You see, wasn't I right what I said at the start? Do you remember what I said at the start? Is everybody coming on? Where are my performers? Yes, come on, Judith, come on. Wonderful. Are we all here? You see, wasn't I right? There was no good in sitting alone in your room. You came, heard the music play. Life is a cabaret, oh chum. You came to the cabaret. You put down the knitting, the box and the broom. It was time for the holiday. Life was a cabaret, oh chum. You came to the cabaret. Did you drink some wine? Did you have some food? Did you blow your horn? Put down the knitting, the books and the broom. Time for a Ian Date, Rude Jude, Sarah Hernandez, Master Criss, also known as Ilsa Desire, and the wonderful Txalaparta players. Thank you so much, my friends, and don't forget to be safe going home. And I am, for your pleasure, Ms. Cheezy Bojangles.
Time for a holiday. Life is a cabaret, no charm. So come to the cabaret. Come taste the wine. Come hear the band. Come blow your horn. Start celebrating right this way. Your table's waiting. Hostels come making some profit of doom. To while every smile.